So this is my very first time meeting this dog. I went ahead and pulled him right out on the slip lead. He was a little hesitant to have it just go around his head, but was very calm. I'm bringing him over to this side of the kennel right away, just so it's a little bit quieter, and he doesn't have dogs barking right in his face. Here we're just waiting on him to sort of be calm with the slip lead on before I try and put the prong collar on him. There's a lot of stimulation, a lot of stuff going on. I'm just showing him that away from me is pressure and close to me is sort of the sweet spot. So as soon as he calms down a little bit and sits down, I'm going to put the prong collar on. He's one of those dogs where the sooner you can get it on him and get him into that state of mind, the better. He's not going to get there real easily just with the slip lead on. So here he has the prong collar on. You'll notice I'm keeping my head away from his head. I don't know this dog at all. I don't want to put my face right in front of him. Taking the slip lead off very gently. He was a little bit touchy with me touching his neck a little bit. So here we're learning the rules of the prong collar, which is the same as the slip lead. When you're away from me, you feel pressure, and when you're close to me, that's the place to be. Nothing happens there. Because a lot of his fear issues, he's trying to get behind me. I noticed that here in the corner of the room. I'm trying to not let him use that as an escape from what's happening. I want to keep him in front of me. He sits really easily here, which is great. So as soon as he's calmed down a little bit, because of the situation here, I want to get him out of this room as soon as I can. I am going to make him wait at this door. This is a threshold. Where he is going through the door is where his mindset will be once we get out of the door. So you can see he's sort of all over the place. So I want to show him what we're doing, give him a little correction, make him wait, and then it's time to go through. Here we are in the hallway, doing the same thing as we were in there, showing him the rules of the game. Being next to me is the place to be. He tends to get hung up turning around at the ends of the hallway, and then he stalls and always wants to go right back to that door to go back into his kennel, which is what the staff and the volunteers had warned me were some of his issues. So until I feel that his state of mind is in a good, calm place and he's not rushing to get to one end to the other, he's not stopping to go through the door, I'm going to keep working him until he's calmer. Struggles a little bit with the turnaround here. You can see it. I'm leading him around because he's still learning how the prong collar works. I don't want to give any harsh corrections at this point because he doesn't really understand what he's supposed to be doing. So here I've picked it up a notch. He was starting to get a little bit down, a little bit depressed about everything we were doing. So by going a little bit faster and making it more fun, you can see even here his whole attitude sort of changes a little bit. He's more excited just to be here. He wants to try and do something for you. So somebody came in the hallway behind me. It sort of startled him a little bit, totally ignoring it. The hardest thing about working with a really fearful dog is most people want to be overly reassuring to the dog that everything's going to be all right by telling them and by petting them. But what these dogs really need is someone to show them that it's going to be all right by taking that leadership role. So by not addressing their fear and working through it, we can get them to that point. All right, so we've gotten through the threshold and waited at the door to come outside. Here we are outside. You can see he's having a lot of trouble. He doesn't want to sit down that easily. It's a really good indicator of where his head's at. The harder it is for them to sit down, the more amped up they're going to be. And you can even see here, he's running. He wants to have a lot of anxiety just about being outside and doesn't know what's happening. Few little corrections there, and he's right back on track and in a calm state of mind. Okay, where are we going? I'm following you. Even outside, he's not real cognizant of which way I'm turning. So I'm just sort of letting him hit the end of the lead and then, oops, where is she? She's back there. Okay. So here he goes. I'm letting him make that decision to come with me and follow me. And he's doing great out here. Not a whole lot of other distractions. which is good. I wouldn't pile too much on this dog too quickly. You want to make sure he's really good in the environment he's in before you take it to the next level and start introducing other stressors, other factors in the environment. You can see here he's in a great state of mind. There's slack on the leash. He's right by my side. Where are we going next? So here we are going back into the building. He's calm and controlled. It's really easy place for a lot of people to want to just rush back inside, and the dog wants to get going back to the run, and the person wants to just sort of be done with the walk. So do whatever you can to slow this process down. Still the same thing. It's still a threshold. So I'm going to make him sit back down. There you go. I'm not sure if he's really committed to staying or not. So if you're ever not sure, just do it again. He was leaning forward like he was going to go through. Do it one more time. I want him to make the decision for himself to stay and not rush the door. So he totally stayed on that one. So here we go. We're through. He walked nicely down the hallway, making him wait at the second threshold. This is a really good indicator of his state of mind, again, because this is where most of his problems have been, is in being crazy with the handler, rushing, trying to get back into his run. Here you see him really nicely walking back. There's slack in the leash. He's waiting before he goes into the run. I'm going to make sure that he's really waiting, and I'm not in a hurry to get him back in. Not letting him get behind me at all. And then put him in, take the leash off, and we're good to go. Thank you so much.